As spawning in the top right-hand corner of the Old Republic, we have the orange Protoss player. We have the German Protoss representing Streamer Zone. It is Jumy. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Ukrainian Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing Hokago T-Team. It is MiniZergUA. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chats. Coming into this, Jumy is the favorite player. MiniZerg, he's more of a younger, up-and-coming player himself, and he's still rising through the ranks. He's still below players like GG Machine or Young Yakov or Wayne, but MiniZerg, he has been improving, and he has been looking very good over the past couple of months. It's been great to see his rise through the ranks, but he's still rising, if you will. Still rising. Still getting there. Meanwhile, Jumy, he's not the most orthodox of players. We have been seeing a lot of Jumy going for earlier timing attacks, Soul Train-esque all-ins as well. Jumy, he often adds his own kind of flair and his own spice to a lot of PvZs especially. Not the most standard of players. He can play standard, he can play macro, doesn't always embrace that. Actually, hold on, I need to... Do you need to fix that? Yes, from here we have our gate expanded to Cybercore, standard opener out of Jumy, likewise Hatchcast pool out of MiniZerg. We are settling into the Old Republic, one of the larger maps of the map. Well, I mean, I say larger map, it does have a very accessible third and fourth base, so we do often see a lot of all-ins from Zerg players on this map. But I don't know if MiniZerg is really the kind of player to commit into all-ins. Typically, whenever we cover him, he does play a little more standard macro games out of MiniZerg, at least traditionally. We'll see if that trend continues. See if it does continue. From here, our players are building up. We should be seeing a third base out of MiniZerg. Likewise, we should be seeing our tech of choice out of Jumy. It is going to be a Stargate opener into Oracle into the mid game. So far, so good. Really, what the main thing we're going to be looking for here is the timing of the Twilight Council. When is it thrown down? Is it thrown down as the third is finishing, as it's starting? Do we throw down a Forge alongside it as well? Jumy, he's willing to mix things up. Oh, and very nice block here. The drone goes down. The third base is delayed. Massive delay here for Jumy. Ay. Oh, I should say massive delay from Jumy to MiniZerg. As MiniZerg, he's denied the third. Shades into the shades into the middle line. Doesn't quite get any drones, but does pick off two more lings. One ling left, forcing out more Zerglings. This will delay drone production. Jumy trades well, and there is still no third expansion. Oof. Still no third base. Sword ups, taking one-shot drones, they get in, they get one. They get one, they get two, they shade further into the main. Getting a fourth drone, ay, 4 drone kills and a delay on the third. Massive damage already by Jumy. And MiniZerg, he has a lot of catching up to do. I mentioned earlier that 3-base all-ins are relatively common here, and I feel like we have to. I feel like we got to cut workers at 3-base saturation. I don't know if it'd be wise to try to get into a macro game after such a deficit. Remember, Jumy's not done. No Spore. No Spore at the natural, no Spore in the main. There's only, there are 2 queens in position, but despite that, 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, 3 drone kills. And Jumy does get away. Again, so far, good damage. MiniZerg, he knows he's behind, so he's double expanding to make up for it. Double expanding. And we're going for the early Roach one, hidden behind the main. Okay. Hidden for good reason. Again, I do believe the plan is to commit on 3 bases. And to go for a 3-base Roach all in. Gonna put this hunter down. Jumy's being active. Moving in between the bases. Once again, shades into the natural mineral line. This time only gets one though. Okay. This time only one drone kill. This could have been a lot worse. As Joffrey goes in, still no spore. Punishes MiniZerg, getting up to 5. Oh god, 6. 6 drone kills, crazy damage here at the natural. Again, MiniZerg, the spore was so delayed, and he gets punished for it. In the end, it was not worth it to skip the spores. MiniZerg, he counterattacks. The Oracles, they race back home to defend. Third base should be fine, and Jumy, he's building up into what? Into early charge, not blink, into an early push, early timing with charge and Archons. Jumy's going for the kill. He's going for the kill, going for a very strong 3-base push. This is not standard, but this is because Jumy is ahead. Basically, Jumy, he smells blood in the water. He just wants to end the game. He just wants to end the game. This is not the setup here to get into a longer game state. He's just going to send it. Now, typically, I would say that Roach Ravager would be ideal against this. I do like the idea of going to Roach Ravager. Slow lots are revealed, so now he knows it's going to be charge. MiniZerg is aware. And I might even favor MiniZerg if this was a standard game, but the problem is MiniZerg, he has lost 14 drones in the lead up to this. He can't really afford a Roach army. Not large enough. I say that, Lings, they do hit the third. Okay. Lings hit the third base. Charge is now done. Where's the warp in? As things are popping up. There we go. There's warping across the map. So some of them to get into the mineral line. Jumy does not have enough here. And across the map, that's going to be 9 probe kills. And MiniZerg is holding. MiniZerg is holding on. Again, messy execution here from Jumy. Very messy. Gets 3 drone kills, but again, lost 9 probes back at home. Does not kill the expansion. And MiniZerg is all in. Going for what? Numas has carry pace. That is for Overlord speed. That is for Drop Lords. We're going for the German taxi. Oh no, the prism! Oh! Ooh, the prism goes down. The Archon was inside as well, and Jumy slipping up heavily here. Throwing away so much army. Again, his push was lackluster. Jumy, he was ahead. He had the tools to end the game. But now Jumy's in trouble. And remember, going to charge like this, charge lots, they're not ideal defensively. This is a very subpar army to defend, to survive. Cannons, they get denied. That's a kill, not a cancel. The Olin has arrived. And MiniZerg, he might just have too much. Yeah, straight up. Might just have too much. Punishing Jumy. Denying the cannon. Catching up the Zealots. Ooh, Storm does land. Storm does land. MiniZerg pulling away, just banking up his army. Now turning around. And again, Jumy just doesn't have much left. Trying to make a stand. Throwing down more cannons, more shield batteries. Stasis goes up. Roach Ravager moving in. Nice storm. And I believe there's 1 storm left. Yeah, the final storm does connect with the Roach Ravager. But still not going to be enough. Cannons are dealt with. Archon's being focused out. He wants the Immortals. He gets 1. Another storm. Again, the storms are solid. The army is so deep in the red. But MiniZerg, he has done it. Wow, he has done it. He has punished Jumy. Again, I don't blame Jumy for going for the all-in earlier, but again, he fumbled the ball. Fumbled that. And with that, MiniZerg, he has broken the third. Catching at the probes. Catching at the mineral line. Zelda going down, now pushing towards the natural. Nice force field. Slowing this down. And also this down, diving here into the mineral line as well. Yeah, nice spiles. And there's no surviving this. Like, there's no holding, no shot. We got one Archon, we got one Immortal, a handful of units. Cannot get away. GG gets called, and MiniZerg will take game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. MiniZerg punishing Jumy. Jumy, he is the favorite player here, of course, 100%, and Jumy was ahead. Jumy, remember, he killed so many drones in the lead up to this, killing 14 drones. He was in a good position, but Jumy did fumble the all-in. He fumbled the push. We saw that because of the counterattack, of course. Jumy, he was bleeding out probes back at home. We had like lackluster defenses. His oracles that were caught back, forth, and back again, they were just a non-factor when it came to the fight. And of course, it was lacking warp-ins, lacking reinforcements. He was unable to break across the map, unable to break the third. GG. GG, well played. And with that, we're getting into game 2 and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Winter Madness. We have the German Protoss player. We have the orange Protoss representing Streamer Zone. Down in the series, can he bounce back and make a series out of this? It is Jumy. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the Ukrainian Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing Hokago T Team. It is MiniZergUA. Let's go. Whew. Let us go. As we're now getting into game number 2 here again. Jumy, he was in a strong position, did fumble the ball. MiniZerg fights back, and now MiniZerg is one game away from causing an upset here. Can he pull it off? But now, Hashgas Pool, welcome to Winter Madness. This is a larger map of the map pool, known for longer and later games. I feel like after Jumy spread his wings and tried to pull off some shenanigans in game 1, we're going to calm down. He's probably going to just tighten things up and play standard here in game number 2. I know that Jumy is a very cheeky player and has a cheeky personality, but I don't know if he's really one to mix things up after having a deficit in the series. Don't know if he's that crazy. Oh, hello. As MiniZerg does come in with a hash block. MiniZerg does block. Ideally, MiniZerg, he wants to see Jumy pull the boys, but Jumy no, there we go. Does pull the boys. That's going to be 6 probes off the mineral line. And so far, this is already worth it. So far, it is already worth it here. The Zealot has arrived. We'll be able to force a cancel. Back at home, it is going to be another hatchery here into the gas, into the pool. MiniZerg, this is not an all-in, just macroing behind this. The goal here is just to force some lost mining time. There's a cancel into E-Red Chamber. And we should be seeing another cancel. Drone does survive, does pull away. Oh, he attempts another block. A little bit greedy. And there's the Nexus. Here's that Nexus. Lings are on the way, Ling speed as well, does pull out of gas. From here we're actually making a lot of Lings. 12 Lings in production. MiniZerg, are we going for an all-in? Okay, that I was not expecting. I was kind of expecting just a drone, build up and macro out of this. That is going to be 12 Lings. That's a big overreaction, I would say, if it's just to be defensive. Yeah, he's droning. Half of these Lings could have been drones. As we have our devs poking in, the Queens, they push forward. And with that, Jumy, he was able to already do some counter damage. Even here, denying mining, faking out MiniZerg. And as the dust settles, Jumy actually has the greater economy, despite being delayed. Better Zero coming for Jumy. Link speed kicks in. Catching at the Adepts. Gets one. Oof. Yeah, just barely one. The other two shade back. Does shade back home. Now we can expand and build up from here. Oh, Link's able to get in. Yeah, a bit of miscontrol there by Jumy. Link's able to slip in. They shouldn't get a probe kill. They just get a full scout. They disrupt some of the mining. They delay the army. Faster Evo Chamber out of MiniZerg. Looks like +1 melee. Looks like Ling Hydra. Not roaches this time. Oh, my apologies. That is going to be a Hidden Roachhorn. Okay, Hidden Roachhorn, earlier Evo Chamber. It's possible we might just not make use of this Evo Chamber. MiniZerg changing his mind. Okay, yep, there it is. +1 range, not melee. Going for a later upgrade after the Roachhorn, after the lair. Oracles, they do scout the Evo Chamber at least, but they don't get eyes on the Roachhorn. Do we go into charge again? Eyes are on Jumy. Safe in the dive. Mining, forcing a recall. Back home, Jumy going for an earlier Bay, actually. Okay. The plan here is early Colossus. Jumy even delaying his tech upgrade. Delaying either blink or charge. In favor of earlier Colossus. I mean, this should pay off. MiniZerg is still droning. Getting up to 3 base saturation. Links, they hold position 1. They hold position micro. No major damage. Link is on the way. Safety mortar production. Second robo. And we'll see how hard MiniZerg commits. We shall see. He's not committing, he's droning. Okay, Hydroden. The Hydroden tells us that he plans on getting up to 4 base saturation. So we're just having a much more tame game here, which makes sense on Winter Madness. I do favor Jumy. Jumy, he did, in a way, cut some corners to go into fast Colossus, and he's going to be left alone to do so. So Jumy will get away with this. Jumy gets away with it. Does get away. Getting it to 4 Colossus. That's going to be a lot of Colossi. That says 4. Getting it to 3. Getting up to 3. MiniZerg, no drones. I assumed that he was going to be droning up to 4 bases. He's not. He's cutting workers at 3 base saturation. I do like this a lot more considering the early game. So we're just going for the all-in. Oh, stasis trap goes off in the natural. Again, no drones, no saturation. A massive 3 base all-in out of MiniZerg. It's all or nothing. And he's going to be pushing into 3 Colossus. Oh boy. We'll see if he can pull this off. The longer this game goes on, the better it's going to be for Jumy. Things are dealt with. Colossus are revealed. Oh, nice aces. Catching on some roaches. And Jumy does pull away. And it pulls away to take the batteries. Colossus, they survive. There's so many roaches going to be going down. And oh, this is not worth it. Yeah, this is not worth it. Remember, MiniZerg is all in. And he bleeds out so many roaches. Stasis runs down. More roaches getting caught. still getting called out, and Jumy even having the confidence here to counterattack. He has momentum. Okay, pulls away. Fun fact, Jumy, he's getting up to 5 Colossus. That's crazy. Okay, there's a 5 Colossi. Usually this is inefficient. Usually I would say that it's inefficient and that this will do too much like overkill and overdamage. But I will say that because MiniZerg has a more roach heavy composition, then you can justify having this many Colossus. But ideally, Jumy does spread out the Colossus and he does try to minimize splash damage or like just doing overdamage, overkill. Lurker Den is on the way. Hive is on the way as well. MiniZerg is taking up. Trying to at least. MiniZerg did just show up to 4 base saturation. Leading to the force to cancel. Ooh, barely not. Barely not. And we should be seeing Jumy push soon. He's just waiting for his Warp Prism. Warp Prism has arrived. Jumy moves out. He's got his 5 Colossus. And it's on Jumy to try to break a MiniZerg before Lurker Tech. Before the Lunkers. As he moves out, Roaches move in. But I think this is fine. Even if these Roaches deny the expansion, this timing is brutal. Oh, Stalker's left alone. Losing 1, 2, almost 3. Oh, Bow's connected as well. Yeah, Messi moves out of Jumy. Zell set defend back at home. Jumy, he can focus on the main push. Catching out tumors. I'll say peel off into the natural. Hydras, they do catch out the prison, not bad. We have a couple of lurkers, okay. MiniZerg is going to his lurker tech, but he will lose the bases. Yeah, drones are going down here at the natural. The 4th base falls. Very nice force fields catching out all the drones. Oh no, he cannot get away. All the drones are called out. 30 drone kills. We have some abductions. Gets a Colossus. A crazy blink. Jesus. Yeah, Jumy, that was not worth it. He blinked into his death. Go one Viper. But Jumy's still in a better position. Jumy, he's on 4 bases. MiniZerg, he's on 2. He's essentially on a 2-base economy. MiniZerg is hurting. Jumy just has to back off and build back up. We're just gonna calm down, Bobby. Calm down. No, we don't need this, but sure. Fleet Beacon's on the way. Getting ready for Skytos. Yes, there are some lurkers, and they do have lurker range at least. But there's not that much support. Oh, gets a Colossus. There he goes up. Ooh, massive connection. Jesus. Roaches, they get bullied. Get bullied here. Jumy does threaten to dive. So again, trading with the main army. Jumy rotates. And MiniZerg is still yet to re-expand. He's trying to. He's double expanding. 1 base will be denied. Tabs are amassing. They are building up. Just 1 Tempest. Oof. Storms is going back the Hydras. Zell say catch reinforcements on the left hand side, even getting to the mineral line. Catching out the Oracle. MiniZerg does counterattack. It's a decent lurker count. 12 lurkers. The lunker's bad. So just trying to engage at a time. Once again, more Zella run buys. Jumy's just been so adamant here, so persistent with these run buys. It's worth it. Hits the natural. MiniZerg out of position. Oh, what's the answer? Oh no! The move command! Jumy! Oh my god! He move commands in! He had detection as well. Like, he had observers, he could have A-moved. But he move commanded into the army. Ay, ay, ay. Is that game? That might just be game. Then and there. Jumy! God, I was caught off guard. I was like, what's happening? Jumy! He had detection with the army. He just moved in. He just walked into the lunkers, papi. The base is gonna go down. Jumy, he lost almost everything. Oh no. Like, Jumy could have won that fight actually. Like, because the lurkers were exposed, because there's no hydras here, right? There's no hydras. The Tempest could have popped off. Ay. And with that, Jumy, he plummets in supply. MiniZerg is moving out. Now, the one thing working for Jumy here is the lack of economy. I mentioned earlier, but MiniZerg, he has no mining. He has barely any mining whatsoever. He needs bases. Oh no! Ooh, MiniZerg clumps. Yeah, he clumps up and very nice feedbacks. Does take 2 massive novas to the face. This is messy. This is getting messy here. Very messy. Storm of the lurkers. MiniZerg, he does take down the expansion. Oh my god. Yeah, probes as well. We are building on more Tempest though. Now up to 4 Tempest. Does have 4 Tempest. MiniZerg, he now scouts bottom left. Peels off a couple of lurkers. Pulls back the main army. Spire is on the way. And as Jumy pushes, ideally MiniZerg, he wants to cause a distraction. And he will. Zepar in the mineral line. Jumy, he doesn't turn around. Ling run right here on the right hand side. He will hit the would-be 4th base. Under the lurkers. The lurkers getting pulled out. Oh, MiniZerg, he has to evacuate. Lose 11 drones. 5 glass lurkers are also being cleaned up as well. Again, we're still getting very messy. Still getting messy. Jumy back up to mining. MiniZerg somewhat as well. Timing the army. There he goes up, catching out 3 hydras. But can he catch at the Tempest? It's gonna be close. Yeah, it's gonna be close here. The Corruptors, they take so much damage there from the Archons. Yeah, Archons, they defend. And Tempest get away. Up to 5 Tempest. Ay. Has MiniZerg bleeds out too many Corruptors, and the lack of economy is killing him. Like Jumy, he has 2 bases now up and running. He's got center left and center left bases. Does have them both. Jumy can now start to max out, and MiniZerg is broke. He's broke, baby. It was close. And in Jumy, he had some massive blunders that made this game closer than it needed to be. But in the end, Jumy, he has stabilized. He's re-expanded. If these bases were denied, then maybe. But they were not. They're not denied. It's 1, gets 2 Tempest. Archons are pushing in. How many lurkers do we have? 2. Only 2 lurkers. That's not going to be enough. Jumy pushing forward. Soon to be 4 lunkers. Crazy storm. Yeah, double storm here on the lurkers. Here gets 1. Ooh, Tempest Exposed. Okay. Catching out a free Tempest. But again, Jumy's about to max. Like, Jumy, he still has an overwhelming army. As he's just outscaling MiniZerg. He's not scaling. Corruptor's looking for more damage. Oh no, they get caught out. Oh my god, yeah, massive catch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Corruptor 6. Almost 7. Oh my god. Speaking of, 4 lurkers go down as well. Massive connections. GG gets called, and Jumy ties up the series 1-1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Jumy does tie things up. Again, MiniZerg, he was able to hold his own. We had a very, very messy game here. Both players stepping up in their own ways, but what's the most important is that MiniZerg, he could not maintain his economy. Jumy could. Jumy, he was able to double expand and get his bases back up and running, and MiniZerg could not stop him. Wasn't able to stop him, wasn't able to get his own bases up and running either. GG. We're going to the ace match. Whew. We're going all the way to game number 3. And we'll see how this story ends. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, bottom left-hand corner here of Tourmaline, we have the German Protoss player. We have the orange Protoss representing Streamer Zone. It is Jumy. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the Ukrainian Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing Hokago T-Team. It is MiniZergUA. Let's go. Let us go. So our players are building up from here. So we are calming down. And again, welcome to Tourmaline. Tourmaline is one of the more aggressive maps in the map pool. Shorter rush distance, aggression is favored. And we'll see how aggressive our players plan on being. Again, all-ins are typically expected here, and eyes are on MiniZerg for like a German taxi. Show us what you got. From here, our players are just going to be building up. Once again, our eyes are on our further tech here. So Jumy should be going for just a Stargate opener into a third. Interesting placement when it comes to the pylon. I will say that at least. Interesting placement. But from here, can build up into a standard macro game. Eyes are on MiniZerg when it comes to how he spends his gas. Do we go early Eva Chamber or early Roach Warren? As first, MiniZerg should be expanding, claiming his third. There's the Stargate into Oracle. So far, so good. There's our third expansion. MiniZerg, he pulls out of gas. Claims link speed. Droning up. And first things first, we'll see if MiniZerg can keep up with the Adept harass. Bearing in mind, one Adept can 2-shot drones. So it's all MiniZerg to keep up. Queen's being very cavalier. Jeez, wait, what? We are pushing very far from creep here. Queens are pushing far out. Ooh, forcing a safety shield battery here. Jumy, he flinches. Like, MiniZerg is just droning, by the way. Yeah, MiniZerg is droning. That's going to be a second gateway before expansion as well. Jumy, yeah, he does play very safe here. Terrified about Nolan. Nolan that isn't coming. Not yet. So nice fake out by MiniZerg. Jeez, even a second pylon. And then now should confirm. Jumy, he sees that the queens are back at home. They're back at home. We're joining. Safety spores. Ooh, and Jumy, he doubles down gases and a robo before the third. So this makes sense because Jumy, because his build is so delayed and because his third is so delayed, he's like, you know what? I can see that you just faked me out. Let's just turn this into a 2-base all-in. We'll just turn it into a 2-base all-in instead. There it is. Gateway Explosion, Twilight Council, Robo, Immortals, Charge. Jumy, he's forced into an all-in. Nice aces. Very nice. Catching out the queens. Adept save us into the natural, getting 1, 2, 3 drones. Oof. 3 drones going down, going for another stasis. The stasis will connect. Ooh, catching out 3 more workers. See how Jumy brings this all together. Okay, Twilight Council just to the Temple Archives, going for an Archon push, going for an Archon based all in. Building up Archons, building up slow gateway units. Vanilla gateway units. Now, thankfully, MiniZerg is playing it safe and he's going into roaches, but this might be too late. It's a very late roach one in comparison. And Prism is moving in. Here come the Archons. So just going for the Archon drop. I assume the Jumy was going to commit a little bit harder, but no, he's going for a very late third. Very late third base. But is finding damage. That's with the natural. No chance to use. Yeah, no chance to use. Gets 1, gets 2 queens. Oof. Can you get 3? He's overextending a little bit here. There we go. Does pick up, does pull away. He wants those drones. He's on A move. Oh, he's on A move a little bit inattentive. Jumy does miscontrol. And miscontrol out of Jumy. Now turns around. Back into the main. And both players are just building up. We're just building up from here. MiniZerg is droning, saturating, focusing on Roach Ravager. Likewise, so is Jumy. Building up his economy, I mean. So by Jumy, getting a queen. MiniZerg, he doesn't drone. He doesn't run up his 4th base. He was droning up earlier, but only up to 3 base saturation. So it's going to be a 3 base all-in at a MiniZerg, 0 workers here at the 4th base, purely Ling, Roach, Ravager with +1. So now we see how hard MiniZerg is committing. Meanwhile, when it comes to Jumy's defensive setup, he has 1 battery. He's got 1 shield battery. Storm is a non-factor, so there's no Storm. He's got a couple of High Templar here that should be morphing into Archon soon. And what is the Immortal count looking like so far? 4 Immortals! Ah, he should be fine. It's a lot of Immortals. Here comes the all-in. Yeah, we're still lacking some Archons. Storm just now begins. Immortals, they respond. And we'll see if MiniZerg can pull this off. Can he get on top of the Immortals? Remember, there are 4 of them, but there's not that much buffer. Yeah, Roach Ravager does step in. I do like this out of MiniZerg. He needs to get on top of those Immortals. Piles Deuce away. Gets 1 Archon. Oh, almost 2. He turns back the army. He's trying to bait the Immortals out into the open. Hits the 3rd. Likewise, Immortals, they pop out. And MiniZerg, he's doing it. He's getting on top of the Immortals. He wants them. Yeah, Star steps in, gets High Templar. Oh, doesn't quite get the Archon, but the Immortals are exposed. Gets 1, gets 2. Yeah, 2 massive pickoffs here. 2 Immortals go down, 3 Immortals go down. And with that MiniZerg, he has done it. He has broken Jumy. Again, Jumy, he just wasn't ready. He only had 1 battery. Army was out of position. The Immortals doing what they can. Very nice storm. Oh, no, he sends in the storms. Crazy storm back. Jumy's holding on. He's surviving. Yeah, MiniZerg going to be forced further back. MiniZerg, he's still not droning, by the way. He's still not droning. You can see saturation here, but he's just been transferring. Like, transferring workers, as you can see here, undersaturated in the main. Just transferring from the main. Hitting that 4th. As we at least have some Hydra reinforcements. Void Ray? +1 air attack? Okay. Jumy just kind of spending his money with whatever he can. Whatever he can. But MiniZerg should have this. He's maxed. MiniZerg is maxing out. There are 3 storms at most. As Void Ray gets quotes. There's the first storm. Does graze the army. We got 2 more in the chamber. MiniZerg, we can do it. Committed. There's the second storm. One of mass. I think the storm is zoning at least. It's buying some time. And there's another storm. And it looks like we actually have 1 more. So that was the 3rd storm. There's the 4th. Immortals, they trade well. But now we start to step in. We start to step in. We're diving into the Immortals, or at least trying to. Juggling is good and all, but it's not good enough. Yeah, Archons go down. Immortals go down to 4 Immortals. Oof. Down to 3. And MiniZerg, he has done it. No shot, he has done it again. Jumy, he was one of the favorites to make it far in this tournament. But no, he's going to be knocked out. He's going to be knocked down much earlier instead. GG gets called, and MiniZergUA will claim the series 2-1. GG. Oh. Wait, what? Okay. There we go. There we go. But GG, well played. Congratulations here to MiniZerg for claiming the series, for causing an upset. Like, Jumy was favored 100%. Jumy, he is the more veteran player. He has more experience, of course, and he was expected to claim this series, but no, MiniZerg, he punished Jumy multiple times with some hyper aggressive builds. Seeing it here on Tourmaline alongside the first game on the Old Republic as well. GG. GG, well played. Very impressive play here by MiniZerg to claim the game, to claim the series. Meanwhile, my condolences to Jumy as he's out of the tournament. He's out earlier than we expected. And MiniZerg, he will keep that Zerg run going. GG, well played. It does keep things going in that lower bracket. Very impressive. Again, MiniZerg, he's a very young player. I think he's like 19. He's like 19 years old. He's older than GG Machine. I know that. He's a little bit older, but he's still a young player overall. He's a little bit newer to this level of play, of course. He just kind of hit GM last year, like getting into GM, getting into the higher the upper echelons of GM, I should emphasize, and has been slowly progressing and building up. And this is a big win for MiniZerg. GG, well played. With that, so we are now getting ready here for our next matchup, getting ready for a game for the third series. Let's go. Here we go. White House no longer uses Colossus against Zerg. If you missed out on this series, then you might not have seen it, but Jumy was using Colossus this series. If you recall, we saw Colossus in game number 2. Did see it earlier on the map on Winter Madness. So yes, Colossus are seen. So that's just a statement that's kind of misrepresenting the meta. Not good against Roach Lins. Yes, Immortals are stronger against Roach Lins. So if you're curious why there were no Colossus in that last game, it's because taking up into Colossus will kill you faster. Immortals are stronger, specifically against Roach Lins. If you recall, we had no defensive setup as we had no recognition that it was an all-in coming his way. Jumy was caught with his pants down. Not just that though. Remember, Jumy, he also was going for his own all-in and then went for a late third, a late expansion. He had a late economy. Remember, Jumy, he went for a robo and he went for a 4-gate setup on 2 bases before expanding. So it was a very messy game from both players, where Jumy, he was hyper committed on 2 bases and then he chose to calm down and expand because he only went for the Archon drop, and that delayed his economy. That made sure that he had a smaller army, he had less reinforcements. Even though he had a high immortal count, there wasn't much to protect those immortals either. There we go. Here we go. With that, we are now getting ready for our next series. For now, we're going to be going on a short break. And when we come back, we'll have Sebestus versus Art in a PvP. See you soon.